Hey everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and this is my detailed review and install of the Gibson Dual Sport Aluminized steel catback, available for your 2015 and newer 5-liter powered Super Crew F-150. In this review, I'm going to talk about what kind of sound you can expect when bolting up the Gibson Dual Sport to your F-150. We're going to break down the construction and the materials, and then finally, I'll quickly walk you through the install itself. And if you have a Super Crew F-150 with a 5.5-foot bed, this is going to be a very easy bolt-on job, so 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, with some more detail coming up later on. So the Dual Sport from Gibson that we have in this video is going to be one of the company's most popular offerings for the truck aftermarket. Going to be for the truck owners out there looking to give their 5-liter heater a little bit more presence while on the road, while keeping that price point beneath $500. And with that said, I think this system will appeal to those truck owners who prefer that old school muscle car tone, that deep, low thumping tone, as opposed to some of the louder, more higher pitch systems, as you guys heard with our sound clips. And speaking of those sound clips, let's dive head first into the sound you can expect when using the Gibson Dual Sport. And as I just said, this is going to be for the owners out there who don't want the loudest system on the block. It's a deep tone, it's a thumping tone, but at the same time, it sounds really good. In fact, it just embodies what a big V8 truck should sound like. So, breaking out my Wake the Neighbor scale, I'm going strong 2 out of 5 here, guys. Again, definitely not the loudest when it comes to overall volume, but the idle certainly sounds a lot stronger. You're certainly picking up some volume when you're hammering on that loud pedal, and you're getting a little bit more interior noise, but nothing crazy. But with the sound covered, let's move into the quality and construction here with the Gibson Dual Sport. And for a sub $500 system, the overall build quality is really solid. Now the materials themselves could be a little better. You are looking at aluminized steel here after all. It's definitely not stainless steel, so therefore don't look for the same longevity or corrosion protection that you might get with those full stainless systems. And as such, Gibson does not offer the lifetime warranty here with the Dual Sport in aluminized steel. Talking about the design with the Dual Sport from Gibson, guys, you're going to find a 3-inch lead pipe coming into the Superflow Sft Muffler. That kicks down to the 2.5-inch mandrel bent tubing before exiting out the dual 4-inch tips, brightly polished, embossed with that Gibson logo. Now these guys, the tips themselves are actually constructed from 304 grade stainless steel, which is nice because ultimately this is what you're going to see the most, and these guys are going to look good for years to come. Let's go back to that Superflow Sft Muffler here real quick because I actually like what Gibson does with this thing. They don't use any internal packing, which can sometimes burn out or blow out. Those are 2 terms you might hear in the exhaust world, and what those do, or what that does, is basically change the tone of the system over time. Not the case here at the Gibson and their Superflow muffler. This thing's gonna sound the same from the day you bolt it up to your truck, to the day you take it off, or to the day you sell your truck. And as promised, let's get into that install here briefly. Like I talked about earlier, 1 out of 3 wrenches for any Super Crew 5.5-foot bed owner out there, guys. This is not gonna be a tough job as long as you have some basic socket sets or basic tools. About an hour or 2 in the shop or garage is really all you need before you're making some noise here at the Gibson. Going back to that socket set, Gibson recommends you really only need that 1/2-inch socket and wrench along with a 9/16-inch socket and wrench. And I personally like to use a little WD-40 lubricating oil, something like that, on those stubborn rubber exhaust hangers. Now you'll want to first remove that factory exhaust system by unbolting the clamp in front of the factory muffler and get that guy out of the way. Just fair warning, this thing is a little big, it's a little bulky, so if you have a buddy around the shop, now would be a great time to grab him. Once that factory system is out of the way, get to work installing the new Gibson starting from front to back with that 3-inch lead pipe. Hang the muffler and then your 2 tailpipes and you're pretty much good to go, but just save your final tighten up to the very end. Once everything is in place, just make sure the system isn't rubbing against any brake lines, suspension components, things like that, and you should be good to go. In my opinion, the Gibson Dual Sport that we have in this video checks all the right boxes when it comes to sound for a big V8 truck. Now pair that with the quality construction, the sub $500 price tag, and overall, you got a great system for any 5-liter equipped F-150 out there. So that is my review of the Gibson Dual Sport, which you can grab right here at AmericanMuscle.com.